If I put on for the city, then I'm clutch in the city. Ready, right? J-Zone said I do this for the city. H-Town all day, rolling around 16. Paint wet, slapping, swinging on my way to see. Still I get a call from the plug. Dre on the way.
Hey man, what's good, everybody? Man, what's going on? It's your boy, man, G Day, back with another episode of Shot Clock Invitational. What's going on, T Foley? Um, trying to do better as far as me managing content, man. So y'all just bear with me for a hot little second. Um, I don't never use what's this thing called? We'll do 60-second ad, I guess. I don't ever use not Twitter. What's the thing called? I don't one platform I don't be using. But we finna go live on IG real quick and finna hit record. So I'm on two different devices and on the show at the same time. Y'all can see my phone out there, man. What's going on, everybody, man? G-Day Hoops got here, a Boss of Hard Network. Just want to bring some attention to y'all, man. Y'all definitely need to be prepared to lock in Shot Clock Invitational. This is week 5 of our top 12 rankings, man. If y'all want to tune in, be sure you go over to YouTube, Boss of Hard TV. Check us out right now. I'm finna hop off these lives real quick. Make sure you go over to Boss of Hard TV on YouTube. If you're on the Twitter side, make sure you go over to Boss of Hard SS on Twitter. Or even if you on Facebook, make sure you go over to Boss So Hard Scouting Service on Facebook. Man, we live right now simultaneously on all 3 platforms. Right now, I'm also live on IG with my red phone, and on my other phone, I'm live on TikTok. I couldn't think what it was called. Just trying to do better with content, man. Make sure y'all get out there. Make sure y'all go see it. Let's get active. Finna get to it, man. We're not gonna hold you up for too much longer, man. This is what it is. This is what we finna do. Yes, sir. Finna run the show title real quick, and then we're gonna hop right back to it, man. Make sure y'all tap in with us.
If I put on for the city, then I'm clutch in the city. Ready, right? J-Zone said I do this for the city. H-Town all day, rolling around 16. Paint wet, slapping, swinging on my way to see. Still I get a call from the plug. Dre on the way.
Hey, here we go. Straight to it, man. Let's get after. Let's get active, man. If y'all haven't yet, man, before we reveal our week 5 top 12 teams for 17U, 16U, and 15U of the Grassroots AU scene, if y'all haven't, make sure that y'all get prepared for this, man. It's going down. Memorial Day weekend. I always get these weekends mixed up, man. I was telling people earlier, Labor Day. It's Memorial Day weekend, May 23rd to 25th, Duncan on the coast. Y'all see that orange Shot Clock Invitational sign on there? Hey, you win this event, you get an automatic invite to the Shot Clock Invitation. Shot Clock Invitation is an invite only. All right? This Dunking on the Coast, you get 3 games guaranteed that you get to play. $325 per team, multiple team discount if you put more teams in there. We do 3 divisions. We do high major, mid major, and low major. We do not keep everything just strictly all 15s, all 16s, and all 17s. High major, if you good, that's where you going. Mid major, low major, etc. Man, we that's how we rock. That's how we do to make sure we get the best competition across the board, man. Never had no complaints about none of my events. Although y'all didn't want to lock in with your boy for some earlier events, but I know teams is already talking about Dunking on the Coast. Because teams definitely want to make sure that they get that invitation too and get this ticket right here, this great golden ticket punch for the invitation. Not everybody gets this ticket, and this is only for one team only, not for your whole entire program. It's just for whichever team, which is we let you know which team that is that we are inviting. This is an invitation only event, and that's what everybody is trying to get right now. So make sure that y'all lock in these dates though, June 27th to 29th for the Shot Clock Invitational powered by Boston Hard Network. It's going down. It's going to be great. Once again, y'all see that qualifier event right there in that top, that Dunkin' on the Coast logo. That's a qualifier. So make sure that you get your team signed up and registered for Dunkin' on the Coast. Hit me up if you need help with that, man. Hey, but let's get down to it. We had some movements, man. We're going to start 15s, then 16s and 17s, and that's going to be the show. For those who have been sleeping under a rock or whatever, and don't know anything about what it is that I'm talking about, man, the Shot Clock Invitational last year was huge. It was big. It was a great event. Um, hey, man, a lot of people really loved it. Had a lot of good feedback from it. Um, so yeah, interested. I don't want to rest, but we're excited to bring it back to you guys. But just to let you guys know a little bit what it is, man. Showcase games, man. June 27th to 29th. You get 4 8-minute quarters, just like it's gonna be like high school regulation style. Uh, Dead ball when it's dead ball clock, stop clock is not running. Um, but we're using a 24-second shot clock on every single games. We've seen this last year. We've seen teams adapt. We had a lot of really good competitive games last year. We stream it ourselves, not on no Baller TV, not on any other platforms, man. Streamed live with us. Boston Hard Network on Boston Hard TV on YouTube. That's where we're streaming it at. This year, you're going to have to buy a ticket to watch the stream, though. The stream's not going to be for free. Last year was for free. We do a lot of stuff for free that we're not going to do no more. We're going to make y'all respect what we do, because we put out a lot of high-quality stuff, and we're respected by college coaches, but not respected by the people on the amateur circuit, which is crazy to me. But, hey, it is what it is. You want to do your own thing, man. You want to be a part of it, don't be a part of it. I'm not begging nobody to be a part of anything, man. You can make your own rankings. You can make up your own event, but this is the Shot Clock Invitational event. So let's dive into it, man. Let's get into our 15U first. Here is the Big 12 for Week 5 as far as 15U goes, man. Not a lot of movement took place. Or let me rephrase that, man. That 1 and 2 spot stayed the same. Gel 3 Blue Chips. Blue Chips had a good weekend at Under Armour. Even though they went 2-2, that was their first 2 losses of the whole entire season. They sitting at like 16-2 on the year. Shout out to the Blue Chips, Gulf Coast Blue Chips, man. Phenomenal group. Gel 3, it's really tough at that 15. Would love to see these 2 teams match up. Then you got Cool's Elite, who made a big jump this weekend. They went and played in the Circuit League. Shout out to my guy, Coach Marco. They went and played in the Circuit League dueling DFW this past weekend, where they beat the Houston Defenders. It wasn't like they blew them out or anything like that, but the win is the win, man. They got the dub over the Defenders, and that drops the Defenders down from number 3 to number 4. Cools was sitting at number 6, I want to say, or 7 last week, and then they jumped up to matter of fact, I could tell y'all right now. Yeah, they were sitting at number 7 last week, and they jumped up to number 3 this week. So that's definitely a big shout out to Cool's Elite 15U, man. Boys out there putting in their work, getting it done. Then we have Houston Raptors sitting at number 5. Hey, man, this 1 through 5 is tough. Gel 3, Blue Chips, Cools, Defenders, Raptors. All them teams is really, really good, man. Really, really good group, man. Have been enjoyed following along, even watching them live in person as well. Don't sleep on this above all sport team that's a part of the NXT on the Next Pro side. Sitting at 13-1 on the season. Have got some good quality wins as well, man. So they're going to be a team that's going to be tough to reckon with as far as when you look at your independent side of things. Houston Hoops sitting at number 7. GSA All Stars had a really good weekend in Bryan as well for session 3 of the Next Pro. They jump up a couple of spots, man. I mean, they stayed the same at number 8. Be Someone Elite at. Hold on, why my stuff ain't mentioned this? All right, my bad. Invictus Black jumps up. Invictus Black was number 12 at the bottom. They have jumped up to number 9. They have jumped up to number 9. Big shouts out to Invictus Black. Boys took care of business this past weekend as well. And Brian, man, FYN All Stars at number 10. Be Someone Elite at number 11. And Family Mace, who dropped a couple of games this past weekend, but still a solid group. Sits in number 12, man, and that is your top 12 teams. These will be posted as soon as this show is done. It's going to be posted on IG as well as Twitter and on TikTok, man. I'm trying to do better on social media, man. Got to get a better social media presence. Moving right along, man. Hopping straight into the 16U, the Big 12 of Week 5 for 16U rankings. JL3 stays at number 1. Blue Chips stay at number 2. Blue Chips just went undefeated. Their first session, man, puts them at 8-2 on the season. Had some really good wins over Pro One, Elevate, and Nova Village on the Under Armour circuit. Their only 2 losses coming to Southern Assault of 3SSB and AB Elite. That's going to be a part of the E16, the EYBL 16 side of things this year. Houston Hoops sitting at number 3. Coos Elite, they played this past weekend as well in Dallas up at the Circuit League. Coos Elite sitting at number 4. They played in Dallas at the Circuit League this past weekend also. Hey, TMA, the Mile Academy. Listen to me, y'all. I'm telling you, I really want to match them up with the Hoops or Coos Elite. Really would like to match that game up, man. If we make it, if I'm saying, if all these things stay the same, anything can happen. Like, rankings change. They're always changing. The rankings is an ever changing thing. But if these teams kind of stay the course, and we get all these teams to participate in the Shot Clock Invitational, TMA gonna get those matchups, man. They're gonna get those matchups, and then we're gonna be some good games. I'm telling you, that backcourt duo, Batia, Fadika, tough, man. Then they got Austin, he's tough. Hector Duran been playing pretty good basketball. They just a solid group, man. Well coached. Shout out to TMA, man. Same thing with number 6, Miles Select Black, man. Coach Anthony Miles doing a really good job with that group. They took care of business also this past weekend in Bryan. His son Damon Miles put on a show, as well as TJ Bell, man. Troy Nell Bell Jr. has been hooping. He's been getting it done. He's been active. Shout out to Miles Select Black. They also got my guy from LaPorte High School. Man, I'm trying to just go off the dome without reading notes. He's been hooping as well. Caden Watts, had to think about it. Has been hooping as well, man. This group played really well. They gelled together. Damon Miles took every single matchup personal. He wanted people to know that I was the better player on the court. Shout out to them. TJ Ford went to the duel in DFW this past weekend for the Circuit League. Wake Red, another really solid independent team. This 16U group has a lot of talented players within this classification, man. And these rankings, man, could change like this with this group, like really fast. So definitely got to make sure y'all tapped in, tuned in. Y'all get those matchups and y'all take care of business when you get those matchups, because I am paying attention. Trust me, I am not missing a beat. I'm not. I know where y'all going. I know who y'all playing against. I look up who they've been playing against, what type of other prospects that they've been playing against, calling around. I'm doing my due diligence as I did last year. That's why the Shot Clock Invitational event, a lot of people did not agree with the rankings per se, but those teams who were ranked and came and played each other, it was a hell of an event, man. Strictly iron sharpen iron, and that's the goal. Best of the best facing each other, and that's how it should be. We have to stop glorifying and rewarding bad basketball. Instead, we have to get the best of the best, get them to play each other more often, continue to sharpen the iron so then when they go out, they can go out and they perform when they play against those other teams. That being said, the back end of this 9, 10, 11, and 12 one-time legends, Beast One Elite, Texas Takeover, Houston Apex, who was not ranked last week, finds themselves inside the top 12 this week, man, making a jump. So definitely shout out to Houston Apex for jumping in the rankings, man, making a leap and getting up in this thing. Last week they was on the receiving vote side. And so we have, outside the top 12, we have our next 5 teams who have received votes, who we look closely at. And so that's where they was at last week. Last week you had FYN, who was at number 12. Although DeMarcus Sloan had himself a good weekend, his team overall did not have the good weekend that he had as an individual. So even if you have individuals who are really good, man, it's still team basketball is what matters, man. Team basketball is important. You got to be able to carry your team and get dubs as well. What's going on, Mr. Jordan? I appreciate your support, man. Tuning in from Germany. You be safe over there. Shot Clock Invitational will always be at Temple Training Center. They have a shot clock. They have a full court extended. It's not where the current college 3 is, but it sits right underneath it. And so all 3-pointers are almost college 3s. And then 24-second shot clock. And so last year we seen teams get violations because they wasn't able to get their offensive sets in the half court ran. It made teams play faster. It showed different IQ of players and how they can think quickly, because once that ball gets put into play, let me take this off the screen real quick. Once the ball gets put into play, you got 10 seconds. We still use high school 10 seconds to the NBA 8 seconds. You still got 10 seconds to get to half court. If you use, we'll say, 8 seconds of that, if you use 8 seconds of that, you got 16 seconds left to run your half court set. And so it is kind of a rush. And then defensively, you're adding an extra defender with the shot clock, because the shot clock is applying pressure, making the kids think. They got to think quicker, got to think more rapidly. And so that's the benefit of it that we seen last year. My apologies, and that's what everybody who played loved it. People who came loved it, man. So that's the end goal, man. That's the end goal. That's what we're shooting for. Yeah. You can work the event, man. The more the merrier. Sorry, y'all. The more the merrier. Doing a lot of talking, man. Had to get some water in. Before we close this thing out, man, with the 17U, real quick, want to remind y'all, invitations will be getting sent out here in the next month for the top 80 showcase. So what we did last year with this top 80 showcase was we invited the players in. We did evals of all the players. We made a small top 80 Greater Houston booklet, PDF, and a small little booklet. And we emailed the PDF out on that Tuesday morning, the week of TABC. We emailed it out Tuesday morning. It had the players' information as far as their height, what school they're going to be playing with, as well as their AAU team. It also had a small eval on the player, and it had their schedule for the weekend at TABC. And so We're doing it again this year. Top 80 Showcase will be held on June 16th. That's the Monday after Father's Day. The Monday after Father's Day, it'll be from 9 a.m. to about 12 or 1 p.m. like we did last year. And so, invitations going to be sent out. This is how it goes. This is the scenario. This is what the Top 80 Showcase is. And so, we still do player rankings. It's just not for the public to see. Like, we still do our player rankings. We just do not put it out publicly. And so, we take our player rankings, the Ball So Hard player rankings. Off of that rankings, we invite the top 50 2026 kids. Then we invite the top 20 2027 kids. And then we invite the top 10 2028 kids. We're not inviting 2029. That'll be incoming freshmen for next high school season. We do not invite those kids, but we do invite the top 50 2026 kids. Those will be seniors next year. Then the top 20 2027 kids, those kids are going to be the juniors next year. Then the top 10 sophomores, which is the class of 2028. Now, if a kid, and we had this last year, if kids choose not to accept the invitation, then we keep moving down the list as far as the ranking goes until we get those numbers 50, 20, and 10. And so last year you may have seen some kids who maybe weren't considered top 50-ish or top 20 within their classification. As far as last year's freshmen went, when we invite those 10 2027 kids, 2020, the 2027s, because they were going to be sophomores. They were going into their sophomore year. So those 2027, they had the 10. Almost the whole top that we had was top 10 came. Only 2 didn't. But then 11 and 12 came. And they came, they showed up, they showed out, they competed. But the coaches loved it. They loved it. Within it, we do short instructions, really quick, really rapid. And then we get straight into gameplay and situational gameplay. And we do our evals. And that's it, man. So those invitations will be coming out pretty soon. So definitely be on the lookout for that Top 80 Showcase. It's going down the day after Father's Day, June 16, 2025. Can't wait, man. I'm excited about it. I know it's going to be another good event, man. I know people going to be upset like they was last year. But that's just is what it is, man. We got to promote the kids who deserve it. And so that's what we do. We try to do our due diligence in that way, in that manner. Once again, man, Shot Clock Invitational is going down June 27th through 29th. That's what this whole show is about our Big 12 rankings. And so this is how you get in for those who may be just tuning in or don't really know the whole process. So you have to be in this Big 12 ranking in 15U, 16U, and 17U. If you are not in that Big 12 ranking, then you will not receive an invitation to the event. We're not going to step outside of those to invite teams who were on the receiving vote side either. Just like last year, whoever comes, comes. And so last year was just, instead of it being that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it just was a Friday, Saturday event. And it was great. It was amazing. The only teams who did not come last year from the top 12 was the shoe teams. And I will say this, and this is not to, what's the word I want to say? This is not to give an excuse for those teams and those programs. On the 17U side, I get it. I definitely do. Because that's your big live period, your final live period that you're heading into in July. Cool. Got that. 16U, 15U, if you not, like for the EYBL, if you're not on the E16, E15, and y'all didn't qualify for Peach Jam, y'all should be playing. You should be. Um, Same thing for everybody else. Y'all should be playing, man. It should be no excuses. This is an iron sharpen iron event, and when we do it right, we do number 1 versus number 2, 3 versus number 4, 5 versus number 6, 7 versus number 8, 9 versus 10, 11 versus 12. And then for teams who want a second game, so you could just play one, you don't have to play two. But if you choose to play a second game, then we kind of mix it up. We mix up the matchups, and it's not necessarily a number based, but it's more of a we do like intriguing matchups, and they all turned out to be good last year. We only had one game that was a blowout last year out of all the games that was played. But all the other games highly competitive. Every game was highly competitive with a lot of good players and a lot of good coaching. We got to see coaches. We even interviewed coaches and talked to coaches who had to change what they normally did because of the shot clock, because of the way teams were playing defense. You've seen a lot of people switching up, calling timeouts. We do in the fourth quarter advance the ball to half court on the timeout. It was good, man. And so this is how you get in. Got to be top 12, man. Let's get right into 17U top 12 teams. 17U top 12 teams of week 5 for the Big 12. You got Jail 3, Blue Chips, TJ Ford, Coos Elite, and the Hoops. That's your 1 through 5 as far as the 17U team goes. Not any changes within that 1 through 5. Even 1 through 6, no changes. 1 through 6 remain the same. Gotta include Invictus Red Storm in there as well. 1 through 6 didn't change. Blue Jail 3 went to California. They played the Made Hoops event. They took care of business out there. Punished every single team that they played. Every game was a big margin win for them. Shout out to that group. Man, hope these kids at work ain't getting me sick. Excuse me, y'all. Blue Chips, number 2, went and took care of business. First session of Under Armour, they went 3-1. TJ Ford also played in the Dula DFW, the Circuit League event. Coos Elite played in the Dula DFW Circuit League event. The Hoops went out west to California as well, played in the May Hoops event. Didn't have the best of showing. But they're there. Invictus Red Storm, really solid weekend this weekend for them. In session 3 of the Next Pro, they beat GSA Elite and they beat Fam Elite this weekend. They matched up against both of them. They beat them this weekend. GSA Elite only lost this past weekend came from Invictus Red Storm at that Next Pro event. They went 3-1. Houston Jumpers had a good weekend also. They went and played at the first stop of the Adidas Gold session. And so they are at number 8. Fam Elite dropped 2 games. This weekend they went 2-2. They bumped down from 7 to 9. So it wasn't a big movement, but they moved from 7 to 9. Texas Takeover jumps up to number 10. Beast Elite at 11, and FYN All-Stars is in at number 12. And this is our Big 12 for 15U. We'll run right back down real quick. This is our Big 12 for 15U right here. This is our Big 12 for 16U. And then this is our Big 12 for the 17U. Hey, like I said, rankings always changing. We had teams move out of that 16U and a new team moved in. We had teams move up and down. Like I told y'all last week on the first show, if you are ranked in that 7 through 12, 8 through 12 mark, really, 8 through 12. I'm honestly no one's safe, but especially 8 through 12. If you 8 through 12, you may want to put your team in this event right here. Memorial Day weekend. If you don't have no circuit stop, anything else you're on the schedule, scratch that off, man. Put Duncan on the coast, get your team in here. This secures your invitation if you win this event. If you win it outright in your division, you get an automatic invitation to the event. All right, so if you sitting at number 12, when it comes to the closest thing, you're going to get bumped if a team went and participated in this event and locked themselves in. You at this number 12, FYN, you getting bumped. You in this number 12, you getting bumped. You in this number 12, you getting bumped. You don't want to be in 12. And like I said, if you're anywhere from 7 or 8 through 12, you want to lock in Duncan on the coast. Put it on your calendars. You want to make sure you get your team in this event. Before I close, I know some people was upset. I got phone calls from various programs. Last week talking about why we beat this team, we beat this team. And yes, some of y'all did beat those teams, but then you also turn around and lost to other teams that same team that you beat, and they beat them by way more. You may have beat that team by like 6, 7, 8 points, but then you turn around and lost to a team you shouldn't have lost to, and then they beat that team that beat you by like 20 plus. That happens. Rankings aren't perfect. They aren't perfect. Do utilize a computer system that I created. It's the same system that Next Pro uses for their rankings. Except for I have added to it a weighing measure because I do tiers. Shoe circuit teams are on the higher tier. Why? Because they see more higher competition in and out when they go on circuit. Then we do 3 tiers. Then we got the middle tier. They're weighted differently. If a team beats one of the middle tier teams, that bumps them up in points for the overall ranking. And then the low tier. If you are in that middle tier, is I have never seen a top tier, a big time shoe team lose to the low tier teams. To some middle tier teams here and there, yeah, but not to no low tier. But if you in that low tier and you beat one of them big teams, your points are really going to skyrocket. And so it's our votes plus a computer system rating, and it averages everything out, and this is what it computes, comes up with. So yeah, you may beat some teams, but then you got beat by teams that same team that you beat, they beat and beat worse. Just how it goes sometimes, man. But hey, for a lot of y'all, this is gonna be an off weekend. Y'all make sure y'all enjoy y'all Easter. Make sure you go to church. I know this is the only time y'all do go to church. Make sure y'all definitely go get a good word in. Until the next time, man. Make sure you get registered for Duncan on the Coast. Shot Clock Invitational is quickly approaching. Make sure y'all take care of business at y'all prospective stops, wherever y'all going to play. And the Top 80 Showcase is on its way, as well as the pre-TABC for the high school teams that will be taking place that same Monday after Father's Day as well. Let me jump in the comments real quick before I end the show. Man, appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, them students feel a little scratchy. But it didn't start doing it until I got on the show. But when you work around kids, that happens, man. But until the next time, man, as we say always, that's game. and we gone.